Xenoblade fans won, baby! Let's go! Oh my god. So, guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so I barely woke up like, I don't know, like 15, 20 minutes ago. I ate something, but before I did that, when I woke up, I saw the news that Xenoblade X is coming to Switch in a definitive edition. What? Nintendo just dropped this out randomly? I'm like so excited. I ran downstairs to tell my mom and she got scared because I was running. So yeah, I just want to talk about this announcement and just talk about why Xenoblade fans stay winning and why this is way better than the Switch 2 in my opinion. So yeah, let's just get right into it, shall we? Man, so Nintendo tweeted this out. They tweeted out a few information about this game. I'm sure there might be some articles that talk about more information, but right now I'm just kind of going off of what I just saw right now. But apparently from Nintendo themselves, this game is coming out on March 20th, I believe. At least March for sure. I'm not sure about the 20th. I think it's the 20th of 2025. And it's going to have, of course, enhancements to like quality of life stuff. I think that's what they said, but you know, the models are updated, which I'll talk about the models. I kind of have a weird thing about them, but they also showed at the end of the trailer, they showed a new cutscene, an expanded cutscene of Lao from the end of the game's like cliffhanger, which I do wonder who that is talking to Lao in the hoodie. Kind of reminds me of like Kingdom Hearts, whatever. But I'm curious to see if that's a character we know from like a different Xenoblade game. If this epilogue thing confirms Xenoblade X's place in the Xenoblade timeline. You know, if it's in like a multiverse. I mean, it's probably in a multiverse thing. But even so, how does it fit? I don't know. Or is it going to deconfirm it? I don't know. I'm really curious and really excited to see what happens. And then in the tweet, they do mention that there's going to be new story elements or whatever, which that kind of implies, one, I think we will get an epilogue, obviously, like Xenoblade 1 Definitive Edition, but maybe we'll get some more modifications for the story itself to make it more in line with the other Xenoblade games. I'm not sure about that, but again, I'm just going off of what I just saw, like, barely. I'm sure there's maybe other, even an official Nintendo article that talks about more details, but I don't care. I just wanted to talk about this really quick because I'm so excited. In fact, this is gonna be like a really quick video to make. I'm uploading this video the same day I'm recording it, even though I did have a video scheduled, a game clip. I'll just push it back one day. You know, some of my videos I had planned already, but I'm just gonna push it back one of them, and then I'm gonna move the other one to like 2 days. I don't know, because I do want to do a Halloween video, but you know, you don't care about that. Basically, this video is being uploaded the same day I'm recording it, and that video that was supposed to go out today is available for YouTube members and Patreon members, and it will still be like that when I upload this video. But again, you don't care. I'm kind of rambling right now because I'm so excited. I made 2 videos last year talking about Xenoblade X. It deserves to be brought back on Switch, and then I talked about it's time to give up on a Xenoblade X port because there were so many more rumblings about Switch 2 or whatever, and I thought if they were gonna do Switch 2, they would rather hold off on a Xenoblade X port, especially because Monolith Soft before said that it would be too hard to do on Switch and they would want to do it themselves or whatever. But if not, I mean, clearly the Switch is powerful enough for Xenoblade X. I mean, it was on the Wii U. The Switch is more powerful than that. No matter how you want to say the Switch is weak, it is more powerful than the Wii U. So obviously it could run Xenoblade X. But I can understand some people's points that maybe they should have waited off till the Switch 2 came out. But I do think the Switch 2 will be backwards compatible with the Switch 1, and it will have enhancements for different things, you know, better visuals and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that, you know. I'm happy it's coming to the Switch 1 because I always wanted it to come out first Switch 1, especially because now we have every single Xenoblade game on the Switch, which is crazy. Like, oh my god, I'm so happy. This game, the way they updated the game, Xenoblade X, I'm not gonna lie, for the most part it does look good. But the character models, I'm not so sure about them. I've seen most people like them, but overall, I've seen some people, including myself, don't really like them. They kind of look a little bit too anime, too cleaned up, too pretty, too cartoony, if that makes sense. Again, not everyone is going to agree with me. I guess I could kind of see why. I remember seeing the same thing about Xenoblade 1 Definitive Edition, how those models look too cleaned up. I thought they looked perfect. I thought they were a vast improvement over the original. Well, with this case, I don't think they do, but I guess now I understand where those people that play like Xenoblade 1 on the Wii were coming from when they saw Definitive Edition. It kind of looks a little bit too cleaned up, I guess, although I still think Xenoblade 1's art style looks way better. But yeah, Xenoblade X, I'm sure I'll get used to it, the new art style for Definitive Edition. But right now, I'm not really so sure. But the environments themselves, and like, it still looks gorgeous. The Nopon, we just saw Tatsu, and he looked pretty good. He didn't look, in fact, he looked better, I would say. So yeah, not like everyone looks weird. But yeah, I'm just so happy that this is coming out on March 20th, I believe, 2025. And lots of people were expecting a Switch 2 announcement this week. And to be fair, Puro, which again, I don't know why we're giving Puro more attention. Puro or whatever, the bird guy on Twitter, he's like changed his like account name multiple times and changed the banner or whatever. He teased that today there's gonna be even another announcement from Nintendo. So if there is something big that comes out today, then I'll cover it for a video maybe tomorrow. But otherwise, I think, well, one, either Puro, why do we keep having to trust this guy? Didn't he lose his like sources or whatever? I don't know. But even so, even if he has new sources, I feel like the new announcement from later on today is just gonna be something simple, like, I don't know, Alarmo getting Xenoblade themes, which would be really cool. I want Xenoblade stuff in Alarmo, you know, and it would tie in perfectly with Xenoblade X. So, yeah, I'm not expecting anything big for today, but you know, I'll keep an eye out just in case. But I don't think Nintendo will drop Xenoblade X and then they'll forget about it even the next day, a few hours later for the Switch 2, I don't think. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I don't care about the Switch 2. I want to stick with the Switch for as long as it can go. I really did, and I do believe we're heading to 8 years on the Switch next year. It's technically the 8th year in financial right now, but I think the Switch could last 10 full years on the market without another console. I really do. It's still successful, and I love it. I'm poor, you know, so I probably wouldn't be able to afford a console right away from Nintendo, unless I don't know, donate a lot of blood or whatever. But yeah, I'm like really happy that they're still supporting the Switch. And honestly, I don't really care about the Switch 2. Lots of people like want it to come out now or get announced now. And honestly, I'm happy with my Xenoblade X Definitive Edition. This is the announcement that made it for me. I'm sure if Switch 2 was announced, and maybe it still will be like today, I don't know. But maybe if it's still announced like soon, I will be excited somewhat. But overall, this was the more exciting announcement, you know? And I'm just so happy. Like, there are some issues, again, with the art style in terms of the character models. But overall, seeing it called Definitive Edition, seeing that it's coming out on Switch, made me tear up. In fact, I'm tearing up right now. Because I was really sad that this game wouldn't come out to Switch. I was really worried that it wouldn't. And now it is, you know? And it's getting the life it deserves. It's gonna succeed now. It's going to do way better than it was on Wii U. And I'm so happy. I'm definitely gonna get this game day one. No matter what. If I have to donate blood or something, whatever. I'm getting this game day one. And I'm so excited. I'm gonna be playing it on the channel. Like, oh my god. Like, I love Xenoblade X. But it did have issues on the Wii U. I just mostly went about the main story. I didn't really bother with much of the side stuff. But with the Switch version, I definitely will, because of the fact that, one, my Wii U had issues with Xenoblade X, at least early on, where like for some reason the stick, when I was moving the character, like it would move on its own, like without me touching anything. Although that issue later fixed itself later on when I was playing the game more recently. I don't know why. But even still, besides the Wii U gamepad thing, there was also the fact that it was on the Wii U and it's not as comfortable to play as a Switch with a Pro Controller or in handheld mode, you know? So, oh my god, I'm so excited. Also, I'm curious to see what Luxon says about this, the Xenoblade guy. It's funny, every time, I haven't been watching his newer stuff, I'm gonna be honest, but I've seen some parts of like the newer stuff he's been making, and every time he makes a video, he's like, okay, this is probably the last Xenoblade news I'm gonna cover for a while, and then Nintendo drops this. Like, oh my god. So, Xenoblade fans just keep winning. They really do. I mean, they announced recently, the Xenoblade people, that they had a new team to work on, like, games, a new engine, or whatever. I'm so happy for Monolith Soft Xenoblade. It's doing really well. And also, it appears that there was a celebratory video for, like, Monolith Soft, you know, for their anniversary. What was it, the 25th anniversary? I don't know. But it had an updated model for Elma, and I thought it was just a Xenoblade 2 model for her. And no, it's almost very similar to the Xenoblade X Definitive Edition model we saw, like, 2 weeks after that trailer of the Monolith Soft. So that's really cool. Now I wonder if that Cosmos model has something to do with, I don't know, Xenosaga trilogy remaster? But overall, they kind of teased us, you know, beforehand. So yeah, I'm kind of rambling at this point because I'm just so excited. I'm probably not going to do much editing because I want to get this video out really soon, you know, and it's gonna be 3 hours from now. It's going to be 3 p.m., which is when I upload videos. So I'm probably just gonna, you know, add some background music, maybe do some light editing, you know, get footage, and then I'm gonna call it quits. So yeah, I'm done, guys. I can't wait for this game to come out, Xenoblade X Definitive Edition. I'm so happy. Thank you, Nintendo. I'm so happy. Who cares about the Switch 2? Am I right? I honestly, I genuinely don't really care about it. I rather have Xenoblade X. By the way, I did make a bet. I don't think I'll do it because I did say if it was a Nintendo Direct, like if they announced a new Xeno thing, I would do a sleep stream. Nintendo did announce a new Xeno thing, Xenoblade X Definitive Edition, but it wasn't in a Nintendo Direct. So, I don't know, should I do a sleep stream? I guess you could decide on that, but I guess that's a thing to keep in mind. But yeah, I'm so happy. Anyway, I'm done. Like, subscribe, play some Xenoblade X, baby, when it comes out March 20th, 2025. Turn on notifications, and I'll catch you all next time for more. Peace, bye, everyone. I'm so happy. I'm so happy, man.